What up, everybody? Space Corps podcast up in this bitch. We got episode 17 running strong for your sexy ass on a fucking Saturday night. Holy fuck. Everybody, it's your boy Stoney, live from the TCM Museum of Minnesota. Holy fuck. It's been a hell of a weekend already, baby. Come in here, get those goddamn pants off, slip into them sexy Space Corps podcast men's leg yoga fucking pants. You know what the deal is. God damn it, Sean Fuller, you know what's happening. We're going to run through a couple of quick promo ads real quick, and then we're going to be introducing tonight's special guest, Circle Jerk Gang royalty. Holy fuck, I'm hopped up on that goddamn caffeine, motherfuckers. I tell you what. Let's talk about them goddamn skateboards. You know I ain't going to shut the fuck up because it's the dopest thing I've seen them do to celebrate the 50th year anniversary so far. I've teamed up with Madrid Skateboards. Dude, they got officially licensed TCM boards. 10 of them, bitch. The most important one to me is that chainsaw-shaped board right there, limited to 500. Get your pre-orders in with your boy Stoney. Dude, there's like 3 or 4 different ones limited to 500. There's even one limited to 100. They're all dope as fuck. I don't know who the goddamn artist is that made these. I should probably fucking check in on it and give some goddamn love here. But holy fuck. Get some pre-orders in with me. These things are going until May 15th. I'm cutting it off. And then they're getting released in August. August 17th, I believe, is the date. So hit me up if you want some skateboards. Hit up the fucking merch store, baby. Support the show. TCM Museum, Stoney's fucking awesome swag right there. We also got some Space Corps podcast stuff. Like I said, we got the men's only. The girls are not allowed. If I see a single woman's fucking name on that goddamn order, you are not getting those yoga pants. I want fat, hairy man thighs and buns in those nasty fucking things. I want them stankin'. You know what I'm saying? So hit those up. Do some merch, dude. Anything you guys buy. If you buy something, I'm going to put that money right back into the podcast here. Get better microphones, cameras, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So fucking hook it up. Get some skateboards in on those pre-orders. Get some merch. I'm gonna skip right to it because I'm fucking excited, dude. I got my homeboy from the Circle Jerk Gang on again. Everybody, this is the return of Mr. Sean E. Shango. Shango, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
What's happening?
Yeah,
I got you, man. Loud and clear. How the fuck are you?
I am on like 9 shots of espresso. I've been fucking just buzzing all day. I can't shut up, so this might be bad.
Oh, that's the best time to do a podcast is when you can't shut the fuck up.
Dude, I don't know. I've figured out like the magic trick on making the most like delicious fucking iced espresso what the fuck ever, and it costs me like peanuts compared to going to the store and paying, you know, I mean, I don't go to Starbucks. I ain't that fancy, but I'm still paying like $4 at like the Quick Trip gas station. And now this shit's here homemade, baby, home brewed. I fucking dig it, dude. But
yeah, nothing wrong with that, man. Coffee fiend myself. I just I don't do the espresso. Not this late. You're a crazy man.
Oh. And it fucking, dude, it gets me going too. Some nights all of a sudden it's like Saturday, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, everybody's gone to bed. I'm like, I should probably go to sleep now. Fucking hop into bed and I'm just wired, dude. But fuck it, man.
The question is, what time do you end up falling asleep? Like, when do you actually crash out?
When I get in bed?
Yes.
Typically, so I'm fat. I've got sleep apnea. It takes me like 30 seconds to fall asleep. I'm not even kidding when I say it's a matter of minutes. That's it. Like I sometimes I can barely lay down in bed and I put on my fucking stupid CPAP mask and I go to set my alarm on my phone and sometimes I fall asleep in the middle of that. Like, it's fast, dude. I can, like, usually chug a Red Bull, go to bed. I can be bright. I can leave all the lights on in the room for the wife. I can go to sleep. The fucking bombs are dropping outside. It's a curse, and it's awesome at the same time. But, yeah, dude, that was
nice.
Fucked, man.
Get home on a Friday, got all that entire fucking work week. You load up on your espresso, and you still manage to fall asleep after 30 seconds.
Dude.
That's impressive.
You know, it was rough until I finally got like I went through the sleep study and all that and got, you know, that CPAP machine, because I mean I had it for who knows how long in my fucking life, but that's always been my case, man. Like, you know, it gets scary because, you know, it's out of your control. You know, usually I got an hour commute, and it got to the point, I mean, like a lot of times for years, I'd get out of work, it would be a crazy fucking insane day, nonstop running around, sweating your ass off, this and this. By the time I get in the car, I'd be a block down the road waiting at the fucking stoplights to like turn on to like the not even the highway yet, and I'm fucking dozing off, bro. I mean, it was scary. I got kids, man. I mean, you know, I'm gonna fucking die. It's crazy.
Sleep apnea. That's like where you stop breathing in the middle of the night and shit, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's freaky.
So
That's not good.
I did a sleep study. It was like right in the beginning of COVID. So they didn't want me to come into the hospital to do an overnight stay, which is a lot more expensive anyway. I wanted to do the at home, but like their technology is
Sure.
well enough that it works. So you put on like a fucking like a chest brace, and you hook these fucking things up to your head. And most people, you know, they're nervous. Oh, I can't fall asleep with all this shit on me. It didn't matter to me, dude. I fell asleep in a second. And so I did it through the night, but the machine it's weird. There's no digital display on it. So I woke up in the morning. I couldn't even tell if the fucking machine worked or not, you know? And then it was like 6 weeks from that moment until I could actually get a phone call follow up with the doctor. And so this whole time I'm like, okay. And I finally get the phone call from the doc, and he goes, okay. He's this like I don't know, he's from like Norway or something, this fucking thick European accent, and he goes, so if you have sleep apnea, that means that you stop breathing an average of 6 times an hour or more. So that's what. Okay, so every hour, if you stop breathing 6 hours or more, you have sleep apnea. He says if you stop breathing 30 times or more, you have extreme or severe sleep apnea. I hit 101 times an hour that I stopped fucking breathing. So I'm like, what is that, like the high score? And he goes, it's insanely up there. And he goes, you're basically a ticking time bomb for having a stroke, you know, for having a heart attack and stuff like that. But he's like, my friend, you've never experienced true REM sleep. Your body can never go into full REM mode when you're stopping and starting breathing like that. So, you know, and I think I've had this for decades. You know, so I've just been like this fucking zombie, dude. And so he got me on that CPAP machine. It fucking sucks because I'm a mouth breather. So there's like, you can have like the nice little nose thing, you know, it's this tiny little, you know, little dick across your face. No, dude, I've got the fucking full Darth Vader. It like comes around the top of my head. I got this tube that sticks out of me. Like, I look fucking nuts when I go to bed, you know?
Well, damn it! Now I demand pictures,
dude. I'll show you, man. I'll FaceTime you, boo, when we go to sleep the next time, and I'll do a little nighttime chat with you. But dude, it was so hard for me to get used to that thing because he was right. I never hit a full deep sleep ever in my life, or at least for a long time. So when I started using it in the middle, when I had actually hit that REM deep sleep, I was taking the mask off my face, and I didn't even know it. And so the machine, it's really a little sophisticated machine. It logs all this data, but it can tell me how long I've had it on for, how many times I've stopped breathing, all this shit. It gives you a grade. Wow. And yeah, so I'd wake up for like the longest time. It took me a good year to get used to the thing. Like, but I would wake up and it was off, and I'd get so mad at myself because I don't even remember taking it off. And now after a good year, now I wear it every fucking night. It helps out. It stops me from snoring, which Lauren is like so fucking happy about that because I'm a fucking foghorn, son. If you ever been to the fucking Great Lakes of Superior and you hear them big ore ship boats, dude, that's me, like nonstop.
like through the walls and all that shit, huh?
Yeah, dude. So the CPAP machine, of course, you know, I work for a decent company. We got health insurance, but they didn't help me out with anything, that insurance company. So I got stuck with the bill. They told me that, oh, your insurance covers it. Well, once I got it, and they said, oh, actually, no, it doesn't, and I couldn't return it. It was like fucking $4,000 for the unit. I couldn't even believe it. And they're like, you need to pay this all right now. I said, go fuck yourself. We'll take you to collections. I said, get me on a payment plan, dick. And finally they did, but it sucked, dude. I was so salty on the whole thing from the get-go. I'm like, I fucking hate this thing, you know? But now it's good. I feel like mental clarity. I don't feel like super well rested because I've got kids and I still only sleep maybe 4 hours a night, you know, on the weekdays. We're busy. So I'm not like, you know, I don't wake up feeling like a fucking fresh daisy, but my mental fog, I didn't realize I was living in that so much. I'm like, I just, the way I can process and think about shit, it was a very noticeable difference. And I'm not dying behind the wheel, man. That's the biggest thing. So
yeah, that's probably a good thing there.
Dude, crazy, man.
I asked Dan about it the other day because, like, I'm a sweaty sleeper.
Mm.
Okay, so I don't know if I got the sleep apnea. I don't know if I'm dying 101 times per hour or whatever, or if I can even beat your high score. But what I can beat you at is being so goddamn sweaty when I sleep that I'll slide right out the fucking bed.
Jesus
Right?
Christ.
And I asked Dan, I was like, "All right, dude. So do you think I have sleep apnea? Like, because my dad had it,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm not a very small dude in real life either. So it's like, okay, maybe I got this shit too. I asked Anne, and she started laughing at me. She's like, "You're not sleep apnea. You don't have it. It's not a thing." Because at first I thought I was like super heavy snorer and didn't get well enough
Yeah.
sleep and all that. But yeah, if my wife laughs at me, I probably don't have it.
Dude, Lauren would sit there and like be scared watching me as I'm sleeping. All of a sudden she's just like thinking I died, like just completely stops, and then I'm finally like you'd almost gasp, back to life, and just to think like I do that every night. It's fucking crazy, man. So
Anne just said, "No, you don't stop breathing in your sleep because you do it in my face all night."
love that smell.
Isn't the first or the last time you're going to say that, honey. I promise.
Oh shit. Oh man, hell yeah, dude! We got 14 people up in this bitch. What's happening, everybody? Jesus Christ!
How the fuck are
Saturday
you guys?
night. Fuck yeah! I snore
Yeah,
so
we got a
bad
few. We
I
got
can wake the dead. Says Irene. Strength in numbers, girl. Yeah. Get that sleep apnea mask though. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, we got a
Chris
few.
Atkins.
Chris, what's going on, man?
Sleep apnea is no joke. Lack of oxygen over a long period can cause all kinds of shit. Yeah, dude. I mean, that was the scariest part too. He's like, you are at super high risk of like having a fucking stroke in the middle of your sleep. I'm like, Jesus, dude. Imagine having a stroke in the middle of sleep, and I suppose you don't realize it when you're having it in general, but just wake up and all of a sudden you're forever like half your face is fucked up. Like, God, dude. That's
Maybe that's
crazy.
why I thought I had sleep apnea, because I wake up to a fucked up face every morning. So it's just I look in the mirror and like, what the fuck happened?
I tell you, man, the roughest thing that'll never I'll get used to is that fucking thing dries me out like no other. I wake up like the fucking Sahara Desert in my mouth, dude. Like I have to chug water, and they've got these little like reservoir like containers in there, so it's like a humidifier. That shit don't work for nothing, man. It just fucking like sucks your life essence out of you while you're sleeping. I mean,
Damn.
but the alternative's
just-
better. I'm happy to fucking have it, dude.
Ann just said Sean wants to get a sleep apnea mask so he can play Top Gun. You fucking right, man. I'm hearing Highway to the Danger Zone right now in my head, Ann. Thank you.
Go good in your little Hot Wheels bed, or find you a nice little fucking little aircraft bed.
Damn right. Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet jet.
It's a sweet one, man. Oh man,
Bobby's here. What's going on, Bobby?
dude, Big Bobby, dude, congrats on the auction last weekend, you guys. I think it was last weekend. Fuck, time goes by so quick.
It was, yeah, last Friday.
Dude, so speaking of auctions, like tonight, my phone's almost dead because a lot of the times online with all of our buddies and shit, everybody seems to plan out auctions where we're not like on top of each other, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tonight was like the night of fucking auctions, dude. It was nonstop. Like Lawrence Bethany, he's been long announced, that he was doing tonight. Eric Crimmins decided on a whim that he was going live tonight and did a poster and comic book auction. Our homie Kyle Brady was on one of the toy groups or whatever. Dude, I sat there on my fucking thing on like on the bottom tab on your phone where you can go to the videos. I was able to watch Lawrence, and then I could swipe up and I could see Crimmins, and I could swipe again and see Brady. Bro, I was fucking just multitasking, slanging TCM, TCM, TCM on like all three of them at once, dude. It was fucking God mode, man.
Yeah, so I joined in on a few of them. I watched Law for a little bit, but we were driving back from Omaha.
Sure.
So I didn't I couldn't really comment or anything unless I was at a stoplight, but yeah, it was a good night for shows, man.
So Kyle hit me up a day or two ago, and he sent me some preview pics of some TCM Japanese edition like picture discs or something. He goes, hey, take a look at these. I'm gonna have them in my auction. I said, fucking sweet, man, I'll be there. You know, I don't like trying to weasel the side deal out of somebody right before they do an auction. You know, I just feel like that's such a dick thing. You know, like, hey, let me just buy them from you. It's like, no, man, let me come to your auction and participate and add to, you know, the auction experience. To me, I just think that's way cooler. So I was really excited to watch his, and so as soon as I logged in and they had, you know, a good 15 people in there, and then all of a sudden, who do I see in the comments but Mr. fucking Raphael, aka the fucking horror hustler, the old fucking war vet, dick sucking Viking guy that just burned every bridge in the fucking virtual community possible, dude.
The old dick sucking Viking.
Oh my god. So, like, dude, he's been on hiatus for a long time. He went back, you know, back to his fucking chambers, you know, and fucking whatever. But also, I'm like, oh fuck, here's this dude, and I'm like, I've got a purpose of being in this auction because I want to buy some stuff. And I watched him for a minute, and every fucking horror item possible, claim, I want this. Like, Kyle puts up an item, he didn't even say what the price was, and it wasn't even a claim. It was going to be like starting bid, and the guy's like, claim C, and he goes, I haven't even put up the fucking price yet, man, you know? It's going to be a starting bid. What's that?
That's what that asshole did in Crimmins auctions as well.
Yep. Yes, I mean, he did that to a lot of people. He ran up so many fucking tabs, and so I'm like, oh no, dude. I'm like, not only is he gonna bid on all these TCM pieces that I want, I know damn well he's not gonna have the money to pay for it. And on top of it, this auction is hosted by a buddy of mine, and I'm like, he's gonna get fucked in the end, right? We've got all these other people bidding, and then the fucking horror hustler tops the last bid, and then all of a sudden, you know, a week later when he goes to collect, he's gonna be gone. You know, so yeah. I'm messaging Kyle. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I don't mean to. I'm like, I'm not gonna say it in the comments. I don't want to like bring drama into your, you know, into your auction chat. But I'm like, you got to understand that this dude is just bad news, you know, and of course he's not seeing my comments because he's live, you know, with his other buddy. And so then I just put one indiscreet kind of thing in the chat. I said, you know, in caps. I'm like, dude, check your DMs, please. It's really important. And he checked it out, and then he caught in on it. He played it really professional, and all of a sudden he's like, you know what? He goes, hey, I haven't seen you before. You know, let me get payment from you for these first couple of items. You know, very standard. And he fucking poofed, man. He was all of a sudden gone, was not in there, didn't send them money, and so they relisted those items. But you know, I'm just happy that that he saw that because, dude, like that was exactly what was happening. It's just like, I mean, you know,
bad deal.
You know, it just sucks. I mean, you know, again, that guy, you know, he's an older guy. He's a vet. I mean, I understand he's got a lot of things wrong with him and stuff. You know, I'm not knocking any of that, but it's just like, you know, it's more so on the end of our friends and stuff like that. It's like, I just blatantly know this guy's fucking with people's time, you know, and he gets all liquored up and, you know, he does what he does. So that was interesting.
Just walked in here for a minute.
Yeah. So that was the return of the horror hustler tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is lurking about again, so.
and if you do see him lurking, you're better off just telling him to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't even set yourself up for that failure and that heartache, man, because it ain't gonna happen.
Dude, Guy Durham's in the house. Tickle my pickle, you tickle puss. Wow. You should write some children's books. I swear to God. That's some fucking Dr. Seuss shit. You didn't scissor with me for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ.
Bobby says, "Oh, yeah, Bobby, it's because I'm getting there slowly but surely, but I've got to redo some shelves, man. I gotta get a few things redone in here yet, and I think I got an idea for it. But I mean, honestly, it's upstairs on the table, blinking away right now. I love that fucking thing. He's talking about that Beware sign that I got from him.
Dude, that was sick, man.
Yeah, it's dope as hell.
That's fucking cool.
Speaking of auctions last weekend, so we got a few people that are in here, guys. I have to fall on my sword. I apologize. I forgot to send out shipping to everybody, man. We shipped out all of our shit, and I forgot to send out tracking to everybody.
Free shipping! You get it, and you get it.
Yeah, no. The tracking, I started getting messages, and they're like, hey, do you happen to have my tracking number? And I'm like, oh, no, I don't. And I completely fucking forgot.
Dude, I mean, you get in the fucking groove of it, you know, and I mean, I can see that totally, man, you know, but.
Well, dude, we've had a whole lot. Like, this week has been absolutely, we'll just call it adventurous, man. Sure. We've had a lot of shit going on. And, you know, I was distracted for good cause. I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to bring down any moods.
Sure.
But yeah. So if you were affected by the great shipping error of 2024 in Shango Shit Show, please call 1-800. I'm fucking sorry.
Yeah. Probably like the most lighthearted oops, right? It's like, oh, what do you mean? You didn't ship my stuff? No, I totally did. I just forgot to send you tracking. It's probably at your doorstep now, and you owe me $15, Like, sorry about that.
And I mean, we sent out shipping, like shipping charges and all that, of course, like standard. Everybody got them paid. We had all of our shit out by fucking Tuesday or Wednesday.
Sure.
And people started messaging me like yesterday, like, hey buddy, you got shipping? So they're gonna go and they're gonna check the tracking and the shit's already gonna be in their state or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
right? Maybe that's a little bit better anyway, because as soon as I get tracking from somebody, dude, I mean, I've got like on my desktop at work, I use like on Microsoft, I got a little sticky notes app or something. I plug all my fucking packages that are coming in, I've got fucking updates set on them. I'm checking them like a psycho. I mean, I know everybody else feels that too. You're outside looking out your fucking window for UPS to show up. It's like, come on.
It's like, I'm fucking excited. Where is it?
What? You know what? It's my shit. We bought it. I mean, that's the love of collecting, baby. We want that shit to hit our doorstep, man. We can't wait to fucking have that shit in our hands, dude.
It's true. Hell yeah.
Chris Summerhalder's in the house. Double sexiness. That's what we give you on a Saturday night, baby. Goddamn right.
It's a meat sandwich. We're both secretly eating hot dogs with each other as we speak.
My bearded
Balls and
brethren,
wieners.
Efren. Fuck yeah, dude.
What's going on, Efrain? How you doing, buddy?
Dude, fuck yeah, dude. Chris wants to know, how was Omaha? Anything cool?
Fuck yeah, dude. It was a Romero kind of day today.
Was it?
So yeah, I'll have to post pictures, man. It was a good day.
Nice.
And we didn't break the bank. We didn't go, we didn't do anything out of the norm, but look what I found there today. I got this new poster and I'm pretty damn excited about it. And fuck, dude, yeah, there was some good finds down there. So I haven't hung this up yet, but found that guy down there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got to put that next to my cast sign DVD and shit. But yeah, man, it was a really productive, fun trip today.
That's cool.
And we just had to get out of town. We had to go burn off some steam and get the hell away from the home base for a bit. It was a good trip, though.
Sure. So, excuse the ignorance here because I don't know the geography as well. Is Omaha like the closest bigger city near you guys?
Yeah. It's about an hour and 20 minutes south of here, and it is. It's like a capital area compared to where we're at.
Okay.
There's no collectible stores here. There's no conventions here. There's no nothing that would, you get a little bit of money or whatever and you want to go have some fun. There ain't fucking shit here. So, Yep. Oh, Anne's bringing in the beware sign. Bobby, you just inspired her to kick it out of the living room. Damn it.
Special delivery. Yeah. She goes, yeah, thanks. By the way.
Well, you're not even, you gotta plug it in.
Yeah, you're supposed to wear it over your fucking neck like a goddamn Flava Flav necklace, blinking like a goddamn asshole.
Yep.
Now,
but yeah, all in all, man, you go.
Oh, go ahead, man.
You head down to Omaha, and there's comic book stores, there's hobby shops. You can get in there. There's a lot of those little collectible stores. So it's a fun little area to be.
Dude, for sure. Like where we're at in Faribault too, we're an hour south of Minneapolis, and it's it's like a town of 20,000, so it's not tiny by any means. It's not some little fucking farm field town, but there's nothing like that. I mean, there's regular shops and restaurants and shit. But yeah, you want something fun like going to buy some collectibles and some shit. You head up an hour north, and then you find all the good shit. So I totally feel you on that, dude.
Whenever we get time. And we're up in your neck of the woods, man. So you guys get a fuckload of concerts up there that I can only dream of seeing down here. But I have never actually gone shopping anywhere up there except for Mall of America. And that's kind of a boner spot to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely like to pick your brain on that one of these days.
Dude, for sure. Yeah, granted, Mall of America at least is one mall probably left in the whole United States that's decent and not dying out and empty and, fucking creepy feeling. I mean...
True.
I took the kids we got the Burnsville Mall, which is like probably 20 miles south of the cities. It's a big fucking mall, and that fucker is like probably 20% full. I mean, it's just like the shops die out, the food court dies out, and then it's just overrun with elderly people speed walking. It's just like, holy fuck, dude. And they're aggressive, man. You're in their fucking way, dude. It's crazy.
Grandma's out there, got to get her shred on.
Well, I don't blame them. I mean, it's somewhere that's sheltered, it's safe, it's fucking, climate controlled, it's flat, smooth, so they're not rolling ankles outside in the parking lots, or whatever. But yeah, it's sad, dude. It's sad to see because like I take my kids there and that's their first impression of what a mall is, and I'm like, you don't understand. Like when I was a teenager, I grew up in Duluth for my teenage years. We would take the fucking DTA, the city bus. Duluth's a huge town. It's really spread out wide along the whole coast of Lake Superior. But the bus fucking network was huge. But that's what we do, man. We'd all catch buses and we'd all meet up at the fucking mall. We'd just be mall rats, man. We'd smoke cigarettes all day and fucking, be shitheads up there. And it was fucking great,
Good days. And then the fucking internet comes along and ruins everything.
Yeah. All you cocksuckers using it, watching us right now. Shame on you, you assholes.
You guys, you're supporting the enemy.
Fucking hell. Oh, who else, dude? This is great, man. We got a lot of people. I just love when people come to hang out, dude. We got John Void, man. Maddie Stronick, dude. She's a fucking homegirl from back in the day, man. Shout out to her.
Hell yeah, man.
Fuck yeah, Sean O'Donnell, dude. Sean was in a fucking dude. Him and the Duchess were out and about, man. I see everybody's out and about, hopping all the conventions and stuff. I get so jealous, man. You guys got it made.
Yeah, those people, like you're traveling to a convention that has a TCM reunion soon, right?
Yeah. We can talk about that for a quick tick here. You mind if I plug that real quick? So.
Hell yeah, dude. One of these days, I want to figure out whether or not I'm brave enough to travel to a convention, that's super far away. Because fuck, man, I have a hard enough time getting up to your area for Crypticon because it's not so good lately.
I hear you. So this just came out of nowhere, right? So I'm going to talk TCM for a minute here, and I'll try not to just go overboard on it. But so this year, 2024, is the 50th year anniversary of the original 74 TCM movie. So the franchise is putting on basically like a year-long huge series of events. They're getting all the original cast together at all these, various conventions and stuff like that. Like Madrid Skateboards, has acquired, all this. They're nonstop, right? It's relentless. And so what just popped up here is the Midwest Gore Fest, which is brand new. I've never heard of this before, and it's in Chicago, right? So I start to see this. So they not only have, it's not the massive cast reunion, but you've got fucking Jerry, you've got Ed Gein, you got Grandpa. Jim Dugan's actually doing a full costume of Grandpa. But you got like 4 or 5 guys from the main. You got then he's got like TCM2. Bob Elmore's going to be there. Crazy ass Andrew Bernarski is coming out, and he is super controversial, and I get it, but I can't wait to meet that crazy motherfucker. I'm getting Big Tommy signed. And then he's got all these other really kind of cool, obscure people showing up too. So the guy that did the illustrations from the first TCM comic is going to be there. The dude that did special effects for TCM 3, he also designed the traps in the movie Saw and some stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of really cool things. And then they got wrestling involved. Yeah, dude. So there's wrestling, and it's cheap. So I immediately hit this guy up through their Midwest Gore Fest, and I go, I need to get the details because I'm super excited about this. It is a tiny, intimate venue. There's only going to be 400 tickets sold, and that's it. So this is not a convention, because I get nervous because, again, you and I know we do the Minneapolis convention. It's not big, it's kind of weird, people that come through because, they got a smaller budget than the huge star-studded, conventions. But
sure.
The thing that's always looks like a nightmare is people that wait in line 9 hours to get your fucking autograph by Matthew Lillard or, fucking whoever. Nope. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Nope. I will never do that. And
nor will I.
So that was my first thought. I'm like, fuck, Chi-Town, it's going to be big. Then all of a sudden there's this. Dude, the tickets, I don't quote me on it, but it was $30 for the tickets, for a weekend tickets or something. Cheap as fuck. And
wow.
And the photo op, you can do a photo op with the whole original cast for $110, and there's all this stuff. And so, so I start messaging the guy, and I go, dude, this is fucking great. I'm really excited. I kind of introduced myself. Here's what I do. I said, I'd love to, have you on the podcast and, kind of promote you and all this type of shit, just because I'm excited about it. I think it's fucking dope. And the wrestling is cool. You can get ringside wrestling seats for $35. And,
wow.
I mean, dude, it's going to be sick. Just to me, the fact that it's a tiny, small venue, that's the coolest part about it. And he's not doing any VIP. He goes, everybody that comes is a VIP. Fuck that. He goes, so Trick or Treat Studios is going to be there. They've got some exclusive stuff. He's got a lot more things that they're announcing soon. But so I looked at it on the map, and I go, fuck, it's just under 6 hours from me. And we go right through Wisconsin Dells. And Lauren's been talking to me. She's like, when are we going to get a family vacation? And we got to get, doing something. And so I'm putting two and two together on the fly in the morning. I go, hey, honey, how about going to Wisconsin Dells? And she goes, that'd be awesome. I said, then how about Chicago? She goes, that'd be fun. And I go, good, because here's why. And she's down. She's like totally down for it. She goes, good, let's do it. Let's get out of here. And I said, this is going to be a lot cheaper of a family vacation than like trying to go to Disney World or some shit, I mean, you fucking know. It's hell expensive, man. So yeah. I'm fucking excited, dude. It's in June. I got my tickets now. I'm guarantee it's going to fucking sell out. I just think right now, not a lot of people know about it yet. He's, like I said, it's a first time thing. There's not a lot of people that are even like on the Facebook page of the Gore Fest. So as soon as it catches wind, dude, it's going to sell out, man. It's going to be killer.
Damn. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be fucking awesome. I mean, with the amount of TCM people, like you have to be there. You have to go live. You got to figure out, you gotta pimp that museum out, get some badass interviews and shit going on there, dude.
I'm like, I'm already thinking I'm definitely gonna go out with, handing out some fucking stickers and all that. But I've been kicking around the idea. What about if I try to get a booth and I just don't know how a mobile podcast setup would work. I just don't know how good a Wi-Fi and shit is there. But that'd be fucking cool just to have a booth there for a few days and just kick it with the cast members coming through and just do a whatever, do it live or just tape a bunch, but. If anything, just as a fan, I'm just happy to go. And the thing is like I got so many big Grail pieces that I wouldn't even dare to ship out and about. This is going to stay in my fucking truck while I drive there. Guaranteed it's not going to get fucked up. So, I mean, I'm talking the big chainsaws coming, my big cast sign posters, just some bigger shit. So I'm fucking pumped, man.
Yeah, so do you know who... And cheers if he's watching, but do you know who John Henderson is? He runs Doomsday's Crypt?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, so that dude, not only is he a cool motherfucker, shout out to John Henderson, for sure. But the way he does conventions, man, like with Crypticon, he brings up his own personal collection.
Yep.
He rents out like fucking 3 goddamn tables, and all he does is just set up his own shit to show off. I mean, he's got a few things for sale or whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, doing something like that, having your collection on display, and then that'd just be balling, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah. And I got to see, how far I can really go into it, because then I got to keep in mind, I'm toting around the family, and and if I like, because we're not going to stay in fucking Chicago. I know that for a goddamn fact. I'm not going to sit there and let the whole family get fucking murdered, so we're going to probably stay right outside of the town, somewhere at a cheaper motel. And, and it's like either I'm bringing everybody with, because it's like a family-friendly event, Otherwise, if she's cool with it, I'm just going to leave them all there and head into the city and do it. So I got to figure it out. But no matter what, dude, it's going to be fucking killer. And it just makes me think about, like, future, like, Crypticon more so, Like, if that works out, that might be something fun just to do every year, getting a booth, in Minneapolis. And doing that same thing, because that's going to be a rotating bunch of different fucking celebrities and guests. And, hit everybody up ahead of time and then just throw that out, kind of fucking walk around and talk to people. Hey, man, I'm down here at this booth. If you want to fucking hop on a podcast, I think it'd be fun. These people, they love doing this shit, So,
yeah. we could touch on why Crypticon is not so good this year. Dude, have you already made up your mind? Are you going?
I just bought my tickets on Monday. So I'll plug this as well. It's been, I mean, again, I don't mean to badmouth the shit in my own city, because hey, at least it's a horror convention, but this year was really, really lackluster. I mean, there's a couple of people, I guess, but it was damn near god awful. They did have Brett Wagner, who was Lost Leatherface. He was scheduled, but then he had a scheduling conflict, so he had to drop. They added AJ Stone, who is a super obscure TCM guy from the 3D movie, and then he canceled, but now they came back. Shit. So the biggest news to me, and now to me personally, because of who I get to see to sign my shit, this is now the best lineup for me, because right now Bob Elmore and Carolyn Williams are coming and setting up a booth together. They're calling it a TCM2 reunion. I think that's a bit of a stretch. Get it? That's her name in the movie. But they're both together, and they're gonna do fucking in what do they want to say, like a photo op? You know, they're gonna be in costume and stuff. So the fact that those two are coming together, I'm super fucking pumped about that. But other than that, dude, it's fucking crickets as far as I'm concerned about the rest of the fucking thing. It sucks.
Yeah,
It's too bad.
well, they got this. They've got like they're calling it a Friday the 13th Part 8 reunion.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's cool. Like Friday the 13th Part 8 is my favorite in the series. It has been for many, many years. Don't ask me why, because I can't fucking tell you with any sense or reason behind it. It's just been my favorite. But
Sure.
there's no Kane Hodder.
Yeah.
There's like,
Yep.
like, how are you going to call this a reunion without getting Kane? Or they've got this Nightmare on Elm Street 4 reunion with no Robert Englund and shit. It's just like, what in the hell is happening here?
Right.
I get it. Better to have something than nothing, of course. And the last couple of years were pretty awesome, but this year I just nothing too exciting for me this year.
Dude,
and maybe the problem's me.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, the difference between you and I is you have a hell of a commute. I mean, what did that take you guys to get up here? 5 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, versus me, it's like 45 minutes away, so it doesn't matter. I could go there and it could be a complete flop, and I'm not really out that much. But for you guys to make the trip up there, bring the family, the fucking gas, the hotel, all that shit, because I can go see it and come right back home. I don't have to get the fucking hotel. I don't, any of that, unless I want to party there or something. That's a whole nother story. But I get it, dude. I mean, it's got the juice has got to be worth the squeeze. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And it doesn't help that the hotel that we stayed in at the convention itself, or where the convention is hosted, it doesn't help that they kind of dicked us on our payment last year too. So they that sucked. Like they held on it, so they mischarged it first, and then they held on to it for months. I didn't see that money back for like 4 months or something, and
really,
and that irritated the hell out of me too. But
yeah.
They had a couple of musical guests this year, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So,
and like Frau Farbissna from fucking, Austin Powers is going to be there. That's kind of cool. But she was the first guest they announced, and I was just like, what? Like, this is not horror in any means, but like, okay, I guess I'll go see
the one that got me just recently was they announced the dude that played Bernie in Weekend at Bernie's.
Yes, dude.
Like,
you're
nothing
just
says
scraping the bottom of the barrel of just like, hey, were you on camera once in your life? Oh yeah, back in the 80s. Okay, come on.
Yeah, I made a comment on the website. I was like, nothing says horror to me like Weekends at Bernie's, and one of their representatives comments, oh, it's got murder, it's got dead bodies,
oh, for
it checks
fuck's
off
sake.
The list. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jesus Christ. Just fucking put your tail between your legs there and just say, yeah, we fucking know. But you're filling seats. We get it,
But a lot of people, they go to these things just for the after hour drinking, the parties and all that shit in these different rooms. And Ann and I, we're like, hey, you want to go get a drink in one of these rooms? And Ann's like, no, I'm good. So outside of the guests and the vendors, there really is no allure whatsoever, unless we have a big group of buddies up there to hang outside with. And
right.
But yeah.
One thing I will say that's really cool about the idea with Crypticon versus probably a lot of the other bigger ones is that it's such a smaller feel. I mean, we rent. It's a big hotel. It's a big convention area in there. So and it's really cool how it's laid out, because normally in the conventions it's just this big ass open space and it's just rows of tables and stuff. This is like a labyrinth, man. It's really cool. It's spread out. Like I like how that is. But if you stay there, they have like fire pits and stuff outside. So at the end of the night, after the convention's over, you can fucking get silly, get some fucking drinks, hang out, have some campfires, and then all the fucking celebrities are coming out, and you can sit and fucking party with some of them. I mean, like, that's pretty cool. I don't think you're going to be able to do that at Days of the Dead. I don't think you're going to be able to do that at, these other big-ass ones. That's my assumption. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
The one that gets me are the people that have these stories, because it is such a small and intimate convention.
Yeah.
The ones that get me are, man, I just rode up an elevator with James Jude Courtney.
Oh yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like that shit, that is super cool to me, man. But I have yet to experience any. I mean, I guess the kid that played Andy in Child's Play, Alex Vincent, right?
Yeah. I think so.
We saw him. He was a smoker, so every time I went out for a smoke break, he was out there.
Sure.
And at the end of the second day, it was Saturday, Britton was like straight fangirling. He's like, "Oh my God, there's Alex Vincent," and so he starts talking to Britton, and Britton was 6 at the time. He's super young, and Alex ended up signing his backpack for him for free and shit. So that was kind of neat.
That's so cool.
But yeah. So some of that stuff is nice, having that little bit of intimate nature behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking sick, man. Dude, Big Worm's in here. Dwayne, what's happening, you guys, dude? We did Wisconsin Dells after we did the Dahmer tour. It's fun as fuck. Hell yeah, man. I've been in the Wisconsin Dells a few times my younger years growing up. One of them, last time I was there, was when I was freshly 21, a sloppy, drunk fucking puddle on the streets of Wisconsin Dells there, late at night. But they got, like, the Torture Museum there, like the Ripley's Believe It or Not. Like, there's some fun shit, man. You don't even have to just do the water park stuff there to have a good time. I've never even been to the water park side of it, and that's their biggest part about it. But it's a good time in Wisconsin. If that's a weird sentence to say, but I
couldn't imagine going to Wisconsin for anything but a football game, and some fucking cheese curds. That's let's be real.
Yep, go like a fucking brewery or something like that, dude.
Yep.
Oh, who else, dude? Shawnee G's in the house, man. We got Bill. We got fuck yeah, man. Everybody's hanging out. This is dope. What they had a display of John Wayne Gacy's dildo collection there. No fucking way.
Get the fuck out of here. That's real.
I really hope that's not a joke. That's so fucking sick.
Fuck, quick, man, show him your dildo collection.
Yeah, was this his personal, or was this the ones he was using on the fucking boys? God damn it. It's so touchy. It's so funny. I'm gonna say, okay, that's not funny. But the thing is like, being in the horror community like this, everybody's like so like, yeah, the goriest, the grossest, or whatever. But as soon as it jumps into true crime, there is a strong stance amongst a lot of people. You can't collect that stuff. That's fucking disgusting. Once it's real versus that, and it's just like, to me, I mean, I get what they're saying, but it's like, how is that far-fetched from like something made up and watching somebody getting slaughtered versus somebody who really did it? Like, I think it's pretty paralleled and close to each other. I mean, obviously one's real, one's not, but I mean, it's weird how very, defensive people get about it. Have you feel the same way, or?
I have very strong feelings on this subject. Okay. So
maybe you're one of them.
What's that?
I said, maybe you're one of them. I don't know.
I'm not necessarily one of them, but I am one of the people that believes that, guys like John Wayne Gacy and all these serial killers, these guys they were fucking pussies, man.
Sure.
And they preyed on, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, they preyed on their victims. They did it in really fucking just cis ass ways, and they don't deserve to have this following that they have.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So when I see people that collect true crime, and trust me, I have nothing against it, like shout out to Chad and Chelsea that do their true crime thing. But, for me personally, it's like, I don't get it. Like, Anne, she's an open book and knows true crime, everything. She can tell you about, a Ginger Fish or Albert Fish or whoever the fuck he is. I know he's obviously not the fucking drummer for Rob Zombie, but
right.
She's an open book with this stuff. And I get it a lot where they're, people will tag me in something true crime, and I'm like, yeah, that's not my thing.
Yeah. Hey, so Dwayne puts a good point out here, though. He goes, if that's the case, then you may never have had a TCM. So I guess there's
true.
There's no right answer. I get it from all angles. I understand everybody's the way it goes. It's
like that. I don't remember what the name of the show was, but that Gypsy Rose Blanchard, I think, is her name.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes. Yep.
So she gets out of prison recently.
Yeah.
And everybody in the world is just like, you go, girl, just go out there and get yourself some life and have yourself some fun.
Yeah.
So then this dumb shit starts getting on social media, and she's just like, I'm going to get all the dicks. I'm going to get the dick.
Yeah.
And she's just making a complete ass of herself on social media, which you think about it, when she was in prison, there was no internet or anything. So she didn't know about any of this shit. She gets out, discovers social media or whatever. And, so everybody's just cheering for her. They're like, oh my God, she deserves this life. And I'm so happy for her. And I'm just sitting over here. I was like, I understand she was in a shitty situation and all. I get it. All right. She went through some shit, but she colluded with another to have her fucking mother killed.
Yes. Yep.
It's like, what are we talking about here? So, it's I go back and forth on that stuff. By the way, she just left social media recently. Apparently she got in trouble with the old probation officer.
Oh shit. I like that one, whoever that slimeball dude is that all of a sudden, like, was her boyfriend instantly, like, dude just leeching onto the fucking train, It's like, oh shit, did we just lose you for a second? Shango, you still there, brother? Let me see. We're gonna pop right over to this for a second. We're gonna get Shango back on. I know this happened last time we were together, so you aren't on anymore. I do know we were able to get Mr. Shango back on, so let's fucking chill for here for a quick second, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get him back on in a quick fucking second. So let's see here. I'm gonna get there we go. And 3 seconds. There we go, Shango. All right,
we back?
Yeah, we're back, man. I remember that happened last time too. It's got to be something that's something weird with a timing issue. But anyway, fuck it.
Sure, it happens.
This shit happens. So again, this ain't no fucking big star-studded fucking big production. Fuck it. You're born in the shit show, baby. So
yeah, damn right, man. We got all this money and we pump it into our shows, yo. But the old true crime thing, and then there's some that are relatively fascinating, which I understand.
Yeah.
People are fascinated by it, like, all right, what it's the psychology behind the actions and all of that stuff.
Yep.
And I'm of the mentality that Charlie Manson didn't do anything wrong and he was secretly a fucking genius that trolled the entire world. But Dude, it's
fucking it's wild when you dig into shit with him, man. I mean, just like the fucking the who's the fucking head of the CIA back then that was paying him visits, when feeding him that fucking doping him on acid and shit like that. I mean, it was fucking nuts, dude. Jolly West, that was the head of the CIA. That was some fucked up shit, man. I mean, if you can go down the rabbit hole on that type of stuff, but it's nuts.
There were some interviews, I sat and I watched a bunch of them one night, and everything this man said, they wrote him off as being completely fucking crazy, batshit, looped out, fucking gone. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to him, and I started getting a little bit worried because I understood every goddamn thing the guy was trying to say. I'm like, I look over at Ann the next morning and I tell her about it, and I'm like, hey, Ann, what does it mean that I understand every goddamn word Charlie Manson was trying to say there? He was saying it in a way that completely threw, I don't want to say normal people off, but that's the best way to put it. It's like, okay, if you're not a little bit fucking off in the head, you probably don't understand. But I don't know, man. I think he was secretly a genius, but that's just me.
What does it mean that I completely understand? That means that I'm taking the kids and I'm leaving, you sick fuck. Just precautionary here.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. No, she says I go down Charlie rabbit holes all the time.
Yeah. And then John Boyd, another thing too about us talking about the infatuation with the serial killer. He said art imitates life, and there you go. I mean, all these fucking movies and stuff like that, it's inspired. That's the form of art. So
facts.
She married her cousin brother. Jesus Christ.
Dalton, is that true?
Everybody's been in that badussy. I hit it when I was a guard. Shout out to Dalton Thompson, man. Homeboy right there. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. And I get tired of all the talk of Casey Anthony as well. I couldn't stand seeing that fucking bitch on the camera all the fucking time, dude. Fuck that person, dude.
I'm drawing a blank on her. Which one's
She's
that?
the one that killed her fucking kid and, in the trunk or whatever. She, everybody's like, oh my god, she's so fucking hot. I couldn't even stand her, yeah. And then she was like back in the fucking limelight again not too long ago. Go the fuck away, piece of shit. But yeah, whatever. Allegedly. I should probably say that. Allegedly.
Ann tells me about that stuff all the time. And after a while, all the names just start to run together. So,
dude,
I don't, yeah.
So, I got a question for you. This is just a goofball talk. But,
sure.
I'm kind of I dabble in third grade quality photoshopping for our advertisements and stuff for our auctions and all this stuff. It's goofy, It's funny. So I did for this podcast. I did Return of the Living Dead, which is your most favorite movie, or you don't like that one too much?
How did I know that this was gonna come up?
So here's my question. I had a idea, right? because I don't know why you don't like it, but I almost think maybe I do know why you don't like it. Is this paralleled with the reason why we don't like TCM2? It's an 80s movie.
Yes. Yes.
So here's
Absolutely.
my proposition then, now that my hunch is correct. Which, if you had to watch Return of the Living Dead or TCM2, you got to pick one of the two. Which one's better?
You know, I'd probably go with TCM2.
Really?
And that's, yeah, dude, and that's nothing against anybody that likes these movies. Okay.
Yep.
You know what? If you like Return of the Living Dead, some of the coolest motherfuckers I know love that movie.
Sure.
I don't care. For me, it was just way too goddamn over the top, even for a zombie fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, so the acting is piss poor. You know, it's just like, what are we doing here? You know, like when I think of a zombie, I think of Shaun of the Dead. I think of Dead Snow.
Sure.
You know, we can even go as far as Warm Bodies has its moment, but it's like that one was just okay. So zombies are supposed to be scary, and in that movie, they don't feel like a legitimate threat.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, even in the other goofy ass zombies, they still feel like they're a threat. You know, whether or not everybody's being goofy along the way or pretending to be zombies to blend in with them, like in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, they still feel like a threat. In Return of the Living Dead, you got this fucking doofus looking ass thing coming out of a fucking burn barrel going brains, and his whole body's rotted away, but his eyeballs are perfect, and he's just looking at you like, I'm here, I'm Torman.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't do it. At least TCM 2, it was entertaining at the end of the day. It was goofy, it was over the top, but I am not as attached to TCM 2 as I am with, you know, Return of the Living Dead. But I did think that your advertisement, your poster for it was pretty funny, because the day before I made a confession post where I was like, I don't like Return of the Living Dead. Yes. There, I feel better. And then the next day, that's the ad for it. I cracked up. So,
you know, I just make them on a whim. And it was just like, okay, you're coming back on the podcast. Hey, it's the return of Shango, you know? And I'm like, what can I do like that? And you know, all I could find was like Return of the Jedi. You know, I'm like, we can do better. And then you know, Return of the Living Dead, I'm like, God, he fucking hates that. But I'm like, well, he does hate that, so let's roll with it. But I'm just going to say, I took the one with tits and I gave you the dude in the mohawk. So I'm just, you know, just trying to be fair on that, you know.
like Anne loves that movie. She loves Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
And I will say, the best part was trash. Like let's just be honest, you know.
She got her fucking shaking her pussy around. I mean, I was like, whoa, dude, that was fucking nuts for 80s, you know, like.
Yeah. There was, you know, it had a few moments. Fuller says, Shango, what decade were you born? 80s till I die. I was born in 82. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm happy that it has its fan base. I'm happy that people enjoy it, but I'm not one of them people. You know, that's it. That's all.
Dude, John Voight, you guys are wild with your rabid disrespect. I've been dogging on TCM2 for the past like 3 podcasts, and every time he's been here to see it, he's just pissed.
Yeah, like TCM2, you know, Chop Top, again, over the top.
I can't stand Chop Top.
Yeah. It's but at the same time, once you stop having expectations for it within the first 34 seconds, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna roll with this.
Yeah.
And
I just, you know, and this will be the shocking thing to say, if, you know, on my answer between those two, I would watch Return of the Living Dead over TCM2, which is fucking blasphemous for myself to say, but because, like, I don't know, man, but it is that 80, it's that goofy fucking thing. So yeah, it's not a scary movie, it's a funny movie to me. You know, and I mean, just like, it just overly absurd, you know. I mean, the fucking radioing the paramedics to send more paramedics, you know, so they can eat more. But, you know, yeah, like Lana Quigley, but just seeing all the fucking punk rockers and stuff, you know, like I thought, you know, that was cool. And I like the idea of like the fucking, you know, the you know, with the rain spreading it all. I mean, just everything, I don't know, out of the two. But again, it's captured in that 80s era fucking god-awful comedy that's just like, what the fuck? I mean, like, was there an actual movie in the 80s that was scary, that was serious, that didn't have that slapstick aspect to it? I mean, I don't know, maybe. I'm sure Sean O'Donnell would know. You gotta let us know if you're still here, buddy.
Yeah, Anne's going off. She says she's going to disconnect our router before he says any more. I'm going to stop him before the pitchforks come out.
That's all right.
And for the record, I mean, Anne loves that movie.
Yeah.
And she loves all three of them. I'm assuming that's how many there are. I don't know. It's just not me. Like zombies to me are quite possibly the most terrifying thing that could, happen in the horror genre.
Yeah.
Like everything and love about the world is gone, and you can't sleep. You can't do anything with peace of mind. I don't know. And that's exactly why Anne hates normal zombie movies and zombie shows. Any of that stuff is her anxiety won't let her relax and enjoy it. So I think Return of the Living Dead takes that element out of it for her.
I see that. Yeah. To me, with the zombie movies, the ones that I think I tend to gravitate towards more are when the zombies are like fucking fast and terrifying like that. And like, because you just see the slow coming at you. It's like, okay, everybody can think in their head, well, if I was in that situation, this is what I would do. But it's like, dude, when these things are like psychotic running at you, I mean, it's like, like you're just done. It's like you're that dude, just fucking drop on the ground, you're done, man. Like, I don't know, man. That's fucking crazy. But I dig them, man. I'm glad that your collection's moved back towards the zombie stuff because, it's just like so many of us that are collecting, it's like the big five or whatever, right? I mean, everybody's either Myers or Freddy or Jason or, just all those normal ones. It's just cool. I just like seeing everybody in their own personalities and stuff. So it's cool seeing where that's back at there, brother. It looks really cool behind you.
I appreciate it.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, it's not to the museum level yet, but it'll get there soon.
That's all right.
No, and I made a joke earlier today, because I ended up getting the Night of the Living Dead poster, and then I got a Dawn of the Dead poster out there as well. And on the way down to Omaha, I was talking to Ann, and it was just like, what feels natural about collecting this time is Hellraiser transcends the horror genre for me.
Sure.
And it's a horror film with a brain.
Okay.
And, so, I mean, it's very open for interpretation. You can associate it however you want. And you can also say the same thing about zombie movies, whether they're undertones of political prowess. But anyways, it's cool because each one of these, Hellraiser, I was a little bit more open and out front with a couple years ago where I had nothing but Hellraiser. And it was an amazing collection.
Fuck yeah, it was, dude.
But I was cracking on myself earlier. I was like, how many fucking times have I started chasing zombies? And then for some reason, I'm just like, oh, I don't know, man. I better start chasing this Freddy Krueger stuff over here. And I love Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't give a fuck about collecting that stuff.
Right.
And so now there's no stopping it now, man. I'm in too deep at this point, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Dude, for sure. And that's awesome. And I'm the same way too. It's like I love the Halloween franchise. I love the Friday the 13th. I mean, I love
Absolutely.
all that. I mean, but yeah, it's just to me, I can't collect it all. I just can't. There's not enough money. There's not enough space. And to me, just like, I mean, some people can pull it off, but my personal feeling is that when I have a million different franchises and it moves around, I feel like I'm just like a fucking hoarder. It's just, there's no method to it. I don't like, I mean, obviously this looks cluttered, I'm sure, but to me, it looks orderly and it makes sense. And it's just like, to me, I just can't look at, it just, I don't know. So just a personal whatever.
No, I feel you. I feel you 100%, man. When to further your point, when I was doing the little bit of everything collecting, it got fucking exhausting, dude. Yeah. Because it doesn't matter how you do it. You think you're done with one franchise or one character,
right? And
then Trick or Treat Studios comes along with 6 more figures of the same fucking character, and you're just like, God damn it! And it got exhausting, man. You can't. You'll. It's not Pokemon, man. We ain't ever gonna catch them all.
Oh Christ! And it's like there's just been this boom in the TCM thing too, with Trick or Treat Studios, and they're just onslaught of new shit they're releasing. I mean, it's like my wallet can't keep up. I mean, I'm glad to see it, but I'm just like, fuck, please stop for a minute. I mean, it's great. I felt the same way. Fuck.
For a while, I was doing Rob Zombie's Halloween, and because that's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
And I'm not ashamed of that. Sorry, haters.
Yeah.
But when Trick or Treat Studios announced that they were doing the masks from that movie, and then they were doing the 1/6 scale figures, and it was just like, oh my God, I don't know if I have the energy to keep doing this shit. So collecting, I mean, there's no right or wrong way to collect, and God damn it, I've been through just about everything out there. Fucking nerd shit with Game of Thrones and World of Warcraft and fucking Terminator. Like I think I've settled down. I think I found what I need in life.
Yep.
So
You were just like a wild, loose woman, just exploring all the kinds of meat out there, and then all of a sudden now you know what you like. You know what feels right.
I had to I had to get my collecting cooter stretched out a bit, looking like an Arby's roast beef sandwich, and now I'm ready to settle down.
I love all those fucking memes, dude. Those are so fucking funny, dude.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Dwayne says the best part of Return of the Living Dead was the midget zombie. Again, just fucking ludicrous, man. It's just so fucking funny.
I will give it that if you're just in the mood for a completely random and ridiculous movie, it was okay in that area. Like Anne when she watches it, she laughs. She has fun with it. But I personally have to take my zombies seriously.
Absolutely.
Oh, Sean Fuller says he's scared of mermen. Merman.
Merman. I think I got the iron lung, pup. Ryan Fraser's in the house. What up, dude? Fuck yeah, man. I can't even keep up with all these people. Hell yeah.
Chris says he's really fighting the urge to chase COF again. Is that Cinema of Fear?
Oh,
I'm assuming that's what you mean there, Stoney?
Yeah,
or Chris?
Probably. I'm assuming it's not Cradle of Filth. So, yeah.
We saw Danny Phil bobblehead today. No cheese on the roast beef.
God.
Can I get a price check on Vagiclean?
Yeah.
Someone's got a little extra cheese on the taco.
Yeah. Dude, that's such a fucking great Jim Carrey movie, dude.
Dude, underrated as fuck, too.
That's one of my more favorite fucking actors. Like, not just comedy alone. I mean, dude, just that movie though is like fucking one of his best. Out of all, I mean, Ace Ventura is amazing. All the Dumb and Dumber, of course. I mean, fucking,
Yeah.
But that was also me seeing an R-rated Jim Carrey, and like, holy shit, it was so fucking funny. And that's like a movie you can't do nowadays either. That's
Nope.
like Tropic Thunder. Those movies you just can't do them anymore. Everybody's too sensitive. Everybody gets canceled. All that bullshit.
They're sad. Fuck, I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
Open it twice, says Granado. Oh, speaking of that, hey, while we yap, I got something to open up here too while we casually shoot.
Yeah, do it, man. I had a few, but I opened it already. It was my my cemetery zombie from Night of the Living Dead over there. I opened a bunch earlier before we went live.
Hell yeah, dude! So I won. It's very rare. I won a razzle. Probably a fucking month ago now. It's been, but I threw my hat in the ring every once in a while. I play them, and I won a razzle from Guy McMonster Maker, and this was honestly I only got in on his because this piece I was kind of envious of it, even though it's not my franchise. This is something that he was making for our friends the Mailhots, Jackie Mailhot. It was almost, I think, like 2 years in the making, but she wanted the Evil Dead deer head, zombie deer head piece, right? And once he fucking made it and I seen it, I was like, holy fuck, it looks so sick. And so then he put up one of these for a raffle and I won it, dude. So I'm really excited to look at this and show everybody. Now he told me that the two antlers are going to come in its own pieces because, it'd be way too fragile, which I understand that. But they should pop in really easy and glue. But my buddy James at work, I've really been like getting him into collecting. He's a musician and stuff, but he likes horror and he likes like all the other stuff. Like he's really into Doom, and he sees me collecting all the fucking time. And I've just over the years I've really gotten kind of planting the seed in his head. He's a huge Evil Dead fan. That's his like number one. So I showed him this picture a long time ago, and he's like, "Holy fuck!" And then I told him I won it. This is going to go and actually go back to my shop at work, and I'm going to fucking put this up on the wall where we work next to the TV. And he's so fucking excited. So this is for my buddy, too, to enjoy. Because it just ain't going to fit in here. Just for the fact I ain't got the wall space either. So check this shit out.
Yeah, looking good from here already.
Yeah, dude. Let me get the fucking... So, dude, he's got real hair on the side so I can stroke his little sexy beard. Let's see here. Am I putting this in wrong?
You never stroke my beard anymore.
Sorry, buddy. Let's see. How's it gonna go in here? I'm being stupid. There we go.
Imagine that. You can't find the fucking hole.
It is the. Oh, that's dude. It's so fucking cool, man. Look at that fucking. That is pretty gnarly, dude. I dig it.
Yep.
It's really fucking cool, man. So Guy McMonster Maker, the Creature Porium, everybody knows him. It's fucking sick, man. So, for like $10 or whatever it was, I got one spot and I fucking won it. I think it was probably like 30 or 40 people. And again, I don't ever fucking win them, so I don't even watch the drawings. You know that, because the ones I've won from you, I've never even been present. But yeah, dude.
You've had some pretty epic ass wins in mine.
We can talk about that, because I have won every single Myers Grail from you. It's the weirdest thing. And everybody knows when you do your raffles, there's no fucking rigging. It's fucking chips in a box, guitar picks in a coffin or whatever, however you do it. Yeah, dude, I can't believe what I fucking won. I've won. I mean, what are we talking? Oh, I got this thing in backwards, don't I? Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. There we go. For fuck's sake. There we go, guys.
Put it in the wrong hole.
Fuck. Oh, dude, I've won Ghost Bob, I've won Evolution of Evil, and then Nighty Came Home. Those are the three.
And two of them were back to back.
They were. It
like,
was fucking insane.
I will never forget how many messages I got from people. Yeah, Stoney wins twice in a row. That seems legit.
Right. And I get it, right? But dude, there's no way you can fucking fake that thing. It was just crazy. And both times, like you always went right when I was giving my kids a bath and getting them ready for bedtime. So like I'm in there fucking scrubbing little butts, and then all of a sudden, I look at my phone's just blowing the fuck up. Where are you? Get in here! You won! I'm like, dude, what? Like, I'm gonna win again. Yeah. And then I got superstitious about it. So when I knew you were going live, if I like turned on my phone and Facebook and you were on, I immediately shut it off, and I was like, boy, I pretended like I didn't see that. Like I jinxed myself or something. But
karma, we looked the other way.
Exactly, dude.
Chelsea says she's requesting an episode where we just razz each other for an hour.
We can do that, dude. We can do it. Dwayne says never a wrong hole. That's right, brother. Any port in the storm. But this thing, dude, it's fucking huge, man. I mean, obviously it's not a full scale, but like this is girthy. Like, I kind of thought it was going to be something smaller, but this is a big bitch right here, man.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's right. And if I have it straight on where the point is, his head's cocked like to the side too. It's so fucking cool, man. I just think it's sick, dude. So yeah, hell yeah, cool fucking razzle win, man. Again, that's why we play them, man. Every once in a while, you might win something fucking dope for a cheap ass little price, dude. So
Bobby, speaking of razzles, I haven't won shit in fucking years. Sure. Like, it's one of those things that I kind of stopped playing them just on account of the fact that it's just like, all right, here, poof, money gone, poof, it's gone.
Yeah.
But Bobby's got a theory as it pertains to razzles, and he talked me into joining one just recently with a couple of masks in it. And sure enough, his idea, it fucking worked. You're playing the number odds and all that shit. And I actually won this gorgeous bastard up here that I did the promo for the auction in last week. Yeah, that was actually part of an auction win that Bobby talked me into. He's like, hey, man, let's each buy half of the remaining spots. And if we win, you take that one and I'll take this one. And sure enough, we fucking won it. It was like, God damn.
Damn, dude.
So that was kind of neat.
It's giving zombie Sven from Frozen. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
Chelsea, is it bad that I have a daughter? Well, I have a 13-year-old that used to love Frozen, and I have a 5-year-old that loves Frozen currently. And I don't know that character. And, you would think that having kids that have watched that movie a ridiculous amount of times, I'd know, but I have no idea who that is.
Dude, just fucking going on autopilot when that shit's on. I hear you, dude.
Exactly.
I mean, for as many times as the biggest one I think with the boy is that Buzz Lightyear movie, not the Toy Story, but the actual Lightyear movie that came out.
Yeah.
He's watched that 9 million fucking times, and I couldn't even tell you what the plot of that is. I couldn't tell you extra characters or names. And it's been on probably 300 fucking times. So I hear you, dude. It's just shit.
And yet you can quote the movie, right?
No, not on this one, but on the ones. Other ones, yes. And the fucking TV shows like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and the fucking Peppa Pigs and all that shit, dude. It gets stuck in your head. And the wife and I are fucking, singing these fucking songs and driving each other nuts. And you go, what's wrong with us?
I'll fucking start I'll start humming one or whatever, and I'm not even sure what it is, but I'll just be humming it. And fucking Ann starts singing it right beside me, and it's just like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, it's wild.
If you can't quote all of Frozen, do you even have kids? Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. I get it.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah, I know those. I know that shit, but fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, dude. So another thing I was gonna say, something I just watched here recently. Have you seen the trailer for that In a Violent Nature that like just came out a day or two ago? You gotta check this thing out. So I think it's all coming out on Shudder, and you know they are just really fucking pumping out the horror movies or whatever. But it got like a 93 or a 98 or something on Rotten Tomatoes. But dude, it is like basically, oh, we want to make a Friday the 13th movie, but we don't want to pay the franchise fee or something like that. But it looks gruesome as fuck. This dude is just this. It looks like he like comes out of the ground, and the whole point of view is of him. So you're watching like basically the camera's right behind him as he's going through the woods and killing people. But it's fucking just gnarly. I mean, just like slaughtering and just the crunching of bones and like just like it seems gruesome as fuck, man. So I've been seeing a lot of people have been posting about it over the last day or so. It's super fresh, but I gotta see this movie, man. It looks fucking killer. I'll have to send you a trailer link afterwards.
Yeah, do it, because I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, it's super.
But, you know,
it just came out.
So one of the biggest complaints that I have about movies right now is, so when we were growing up, and I say we very exclusively because I'm almost 42, so it might be different for you. I remember you're significantly younger than I am, but you know, when we were younger, we knew what movies were coming out because you read them in magazines.
Yeah,
you know, the theaters all had everything, you know. And now if I want to watch a fucking movie, I got to do a goddamn search of the internet. I got to comb through the FBI files. I got to fucking go through all this shit to figure out where the fuck these movies are playing.
Right, what platform? And
dude, it's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the movie ISS. It's about the International Space Station. Mm-hmm. And since I was younger, I always had a question. Okay, hey, so that was a handshake between Russia and the United States to build this International Space Station. But like, what happens if we break out into war on Earth and there's Russians and Americans up there?
Yeah. Yep.
And this movie answers that question. Okay, you know, take over the ISS by any means necessary. Like that movie, when I watched the trailer, it absolutely blew my fucking mind, right? Because that's a question I've had numerous times in life.
Sure.
And I couldn't figure out how to watch it. I couldn't figure out where it was. I own it now. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, that shit. It's annoying as fuck. Anne wanted to watch a movie the other day that was new, and she couldn't find it. She couldn't find it anywhere. Yeah, it's obnoxious. So much shit coming out, and I have no idea where to find it. But yes, send me a link to whichever one you're talking about there, because you made it sound interesting.
Yeah, it seems gnarly, man. So that one seemed pretty cool. Unlike and then the other one I wanted to know about from you too, since you're a big fan of it, that Crow. Have you seen the trailer for this? What are your thoughts? I mean, I know a lot of people are hating on it. To be honest, I haven't even fucking watched it yet. I like to form my own opinion, you know.
I admit that I did get in on the hazing of Pennywise as Eric Draven, okay? Because it looked goofy. Like I said, he looks like every fucking SoundCloud rapper / cook you've ever seen in your life.
Yep.
You know, you got the line cooks in every Midwestern town that think they're rappers, and that's exactly what they look like, legitimately. But I watched the trailer, and I'm going to give it a chance because it's not the same as when we were younger. You know, in 1994, like, holy fuck, that was a long damn time ago.
Yeah.
And in 94, that kind of imagery from back then is on the same level as what we're seeing now.
Sure.
Metal, rock, and all that shit. That isn't cool to fucking kids anymore.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays metal and rock is fucking safe and all this, and rap is dangerous. You know, like that's the crazy dynamic that I'm seeing here. So it makes sense that the new Eric Draven is going to be, you know, of the rapper variety. He's going to look like that certain way. But they made the trailer look pretty good. You know, somebody sent it to me as here, you're going to hate this shit show.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I was just like, okay, I'm going to go see it. Can't even lie.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to give it a chance. I mean, it's It looks like it's going to be a little bit more hardcore than the 94 was,
Okay.
but um, yeah, I think I'm going to give it a chance because I'm happy to see uh, even some life come into that franchise because all of the
Yes.
original sequels were pure trash. And they didn't do anything for the franchise, so hopefully this one can bring it a new audience. Because imagine if they come in and watch this new one, and they're going to love it, and then they're going to realize, okay, hey, I need to go back and watch the '94,
Right.
and then they're going to fall in love. I see it as a gateway.
I love that take on it. 'Cause it's like to me with like like the newer TCM movie. It came out and everybody all the fucking elitists just pick it apart. Blah, 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 blah. But to me, it's like, hey, at least it's a new entry into the franchise. At least somebody made an attempt, whether it was good or bad. Another fucking movie exists now, for Leatherface. I'm like, I hate, don't go into these fucking movies with the mindset of like it needs to be equal or greater to the original. It's not the original. Like you say, 94, 1974. It's not the same fucking director. It's not the same time. It's not the same, bitch. Like, quit fucking, comparing it and assuming it is. If you go into it with the intentions of, expectations, I mean, not intentions. If you go into it expecting that, you're going to be let down. But if you just go into it just going like, hey, this is their version of The Crow. This is their version of TCM. You're going to enjoy yourself. It's just a fun time,
True. You think back to 94 and bands like Nine Inch Nails were like kings of the fucking underground, and fuck, dude, black metal bands were still burning down churches and, so the corpse paint and all of that stuff was still very, very fresh in the public eye. And there were so many elements that made the original Crow work. Brandon Lee passing on set, obviously, is what immortalized that film.
Absolutely. Right.
But if you think about it from a pop culture perspective, there was a lot going on at the time that made that made that movie work as well as it did.
Yeah.
And I think that we're going to see that kind of mirrored with this one too. I don't know who the female lead is, but I don't understand FKA Twiggy or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know who the hell that is, but I'm pretty optimistic. I'm going to give it a go. And if it's a steaming pile of shit, I'm going to say it's a steaming pile of shit.
Sure. And so when I first started seeing all the screenshots of him, like you say, it looks like a fucking SoundCloud rapper and all that, and I kind of go, ooh, I see what people are talking about. Well, again, I'm not a massive. I'm only a Crow fan as to the part that I really like the first movie. That was around when I was younger. I'm very familiar with it. It's okay. That's as much. But I never got into the comic books or anything like that. Well, somebody showed a picture of what the comic book character looked like. It looks fairly fucking similar. It's like some scrawny fucking guy. It's just like I'm like, well, hold on here. This looks pretty fucking not spot on, but this seems within the right description and realm of what the comic book was. So
yeah, absolutely,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, the original comic was good. I've read it. I can't stand James O'Barr's art style, which I think is the biggest reason that I've stayed away from him.
Okay, sure.
But it's going to be nice to see Draven actually use a sword in this one.
Nice.
So there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to. But yeah, let me see here. We had a good question. Chelsea. What's up, Chelsea, by the way?
What up?
She says, in y'all's opinion, what's the best horror movie to come out in the last decade and why?
Ooh, good ones.
I like that question. I'll let you take it first.
Just personally for me, the one that sticks out, my most favorite movie that's come out in the last decade that isn't TCM related, I really, really enjoyed that movie X. I thought that was it was really fun. It was good. It kind of came out of nowhere with a cast of really a lot of nobodies. Of course, I liked it because it's very mirrored in the same feel of kind of an early 70s TCM type of thing. But I thought that was a really fucking cool movie. I like the fact it's a trilogy. Pearl, I didn't think was as good as X, but a lot of other people I've been reading think Pearl's better than X. Now Maxine is coming out here soon. I thought that was pretty fucking dope. I like some of the other ones that came out too. And I don't care if anybody fucking agrees or not, but I thought Barbarian was cool. I thought Smile was cool. Yeah. And there was that one fucking Japanese movie that came out that was just gnarly, where it was basically everybody started like turning into, what the fuck was that? Not The Happening. I'm gonna have to think about that for a minute on the fly. It was bloody, it was gory as fuck. It was on Shudder. Fuck, what was
I
it
know
called?
which one
The
you're talking
Sadness.
about.
That's what it was. The
Yes.
Sadness. That was
Yep.
fucking gnarly. But I don't think it was like a great horror movie. I thought it was just kind of really like shock jock, Japanese horror. But
Sure.
yeah. What about you, man? What do you think?
I'm not sure when it came out exactly, but I have a tie. So let's say it was in the last decade. I think it was, but I don't remember for sure. But Train to Busan is one of my all-time favorite, more recent horror movies, and that was a Korean zombie film,
Okay.
and it was fucking amazing. And then Smile, baby, I can't. The Smile like fucking blew my mind. It was badass, dude. A lot of people thought it was goofy and that sucked. Smile was fucking awesome.
Sure.
I love it.
That
So-
I think I saw Smile 2 is already on the books or something. So
Yeah. I can't wait to see that one. I hope it's going to be as good as the first one was, but yeah, Smile was just great. And then honorable mention to Overlord.
Okay. I think the one thing I really liked with Smile was that promotional where they had those fucking girls out at the sporting events, like in the back of the camera, doing like that's I like out of the box advertisements and shit like that. I thought that was pretty fucking cool, man. So
The fact that they could take something as ordinarily mundane as a smile
yeah,
and turn it into something creepy as fuck
Yes.
is really what blew it. What blew my mind, honestly. I've got the original one sheet poster here, and all it is the outline of a body bag,
yep,
and you see the face inside there, and the face is smiling at you.
yeah,
And it's just like, okay, I saw the poster before I even saw the movie. I bought the poster before I had even seen the
Nice.
movie, and then I
Yeah.
watched the movie. It was just like, holy shit. So, yep, I dig it.
The another one too that I'm gonna say a notable one that I liked, and I don't know if it's technically a horror or not, but I really liked the movie The Menu. I thought that was
The Menu was
fucking
great.
awesome, dude. That was a really good time. So,
It was fresh, and as a chef, I can agree with that
Yes.
100%.
yes,
Yep.
dude. That was cool. I mean, that Thanksgiving movie was even kind of cool too. I didn't think that was that bad. I had a good time with it.
It
Yeah,
was
I'm not
fun.
looking for things to be the most legendary thing I've ever seen, but I'm just like, I just want a good time, some good kills, some good graphics. Show me some tits. Do something. That's guys are great.
The trampoline scene in Thanksgiving. Holy fuck.
Black Phone was good, says Ann. Yeah, Black Phone was fucking good as well, and they're making a sequel on that one too, I think. So,
Yep.
it's nice to see there's still fucking good horror movies coming out.
Agreed.
Not
And
every.
I agree entirely. Skarsgård was fucking amazing in Barbarian.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Dude, that Skarsgård dude. So I had to look into it because do you know about the fucking his family? Like his whole family. He comes from I think he's got 3 other brothers, and all 3 of them are actors. So what's his name? Is it Bill Skarsgård? That's the Pennywise. So his brother, I don't know if that's Eric or whatever, but he's the guy from True Blood. He was Eric, or yeah, that's his name in the movie. But he was Eric the Vampire, who was also the dude in The Northman. Which was a fucking amazing movie that came out. It had William Dafoe.
Yep, it was a good one.
I couldn't believe they're fucking brothers. My wife is the biggest movie junkie and cinema junkie. And she's just like, she couldn't believe that they were brothers. And then their other brother, I can't remember who the fuck he is. And then the 4th one, they're all from somewhere in Europe, like Finland, Norway, up in that upper northern region. But it's fucking crazy, man. Just for all of them to be just big stars and shit. It's fucking dope, dude. Really cool.
Yeah. Who was it? Dwayne just asked, Train to Busan. Yeah, Train to Busan, Dwayne. If you were a zombie film, if you're a zombie fan, dude, you have to check that one out. It's in Korean, so be prepared to read, of course, but
Sure.
what they did with it was super fun. They did a sequel to it. It was called Peninsula. Peninsula wasn't as good as Train to Busan, but they're actually making, and I'm kind of iffy on this one, but they're making an American version of it as well.
Cool.
So, but yeah, if you haven't heard of it, man, Train to Busan, check it out. I guarantee you'll love it.
Nice. Chris says X was great. I know he was a little late to the movie watching that too. It's such a fun one. I actually got a full-size movie poster of X too. I can't wait to hopefully get some autos on that thing, man. I know fucking Jenna Ortega is the big, fucking whatever. But if I ever saw her, that's what I'd want. I'd want that signed by her. the other people in there. I think it's a fucking fun movie, man. Yeah, there's
On top of Django.
His brother's in True Blood, exactly. Alexander Skarsgård, thank you. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good ones that have come out recently, and a lot of people just shit on them because they're not the same old unstoppable guy with knife kills everyone, and yeah. And don't get me wrong, I like slashers as much as anybody, but
right.
They're taking chances, they're doing risky things, and I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, that he thought he's trying to figure out what I was trying to figure out earlier. Yeah, I just to find something that's a little more of an original concept, fuck yeah, dude. I'm all ears, man. Let's fucking see it, but I just some of those ones though where they just like the envelope pusher ones, where it's just like an extreme fucking I just, to me, still, like, especially nowadays, like, I'm a fucking family guy, or, I got kids, I got a wife. I don't like watching all this fucking gnarly rape fucking movies and stuff. Like, even, like, still, like, the Hills Have Eyes that has that one scene. I'm like, I'm not saying everybody loves watching that, but some of those more envelope pushing ones, I'm just like, I'd rather just not, dude. The ones with the little kids getting fucking fucked with. I'm a little more of a pussy nowadays, I guess. I'm a little more sensitive on that shit, I guess, but.
There's like I'm a pretty big body horror fan, to be into Hellraiser and some of this stuff. You kind of have to be, but I also, Anne always says that she thinks that and I'll never admit to it, but Anne thinks that I'm a big fan of elevated horror, and that's like one of those things that she talks about all the time. But I really like that people have taken chances with different things, like Hereditary. Either you love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really know what constitutes the elevated horror genre at this point, but there's been a lot of good stuff. Again, I go back to Overlord, and that movie. Have you seen that one?
I have not.
Okay, so as you know, I'm somewhat of a historian. I love World War II. I love Civil War. I love history in general, American in particular. So this one takes place during World War II. And American soldiers are flying into Germany. They're on a mission that they've got to go and unjam a radio signal at a church in some teeny tiny village. Well, the American soldiers, they get to this tiny village and they find out that it's overrun with Nazis. And as they get closer, and eventually they discover that they're using a Nazi super soldier serum, so to speak, and they're doing horrific experiments on their own soldiers, American soldiers, and they're keeping it in a laboratory underneath this church. And essentially they're just making zombie super soldiers. And it is it's a great movie, and it flew completely under the radar. Like, I don't understand how it didn't just blow up. But yeah, that's one that I absolutely love too.
Zombie Nazis. That's there you go. How can they get more worse?
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out, dude.
Yeah, that one. I think you'd enjoy it, man, because it's a good mix of. I don't even want to call it horror necessarily. It is, but it isn't.
Sure.
But it's a good movie. It's action. I mean, it'll keep you engrossed. You'll like it.
Cool. Yeah, dude, I'll check that out for sure. Chelsea says the last great original concept was Adam Green's Hatchet, and I will die on that hill. Good for you.
I hate to admit it, but I've never seen any of them. I own 2, 3, and Victor Crowley, but I've not watched them. I bought them for Anne.
She says, I'll die on a hill for Ari Aster 2, Hereditary, and Midsummer Where Chefs Kiss. Midnight Meat Train was a good also.
What is Midnight Meat Train?
I don't know. I think that's what happens once never mind.
That's what happens during the Circle Jerk chat.
That's where I was going with, man. Shout out to the Circle Jerk gang, baby. Bang, bang.
Oh, shit.
Well, shit, dude. I got like a fucking 1,000 more things I want to talk about, but we're kind of running towards the end of the pod here. We're already at an hour and a half. We could fucking sit and yap for goddamn hours and hours. I'd love to have you back on again, man. I know me and you fucking talked, man. I think we should just do this more on a regular basis, dude. It's a fucking good hang, man. And I know everybody else enjoys it too. Everybody that's hopping on and watching this shit, dude. It's just a fun thing to do on a Saturday night. I appreciate everybody that hops in and does this shit. And
absolutely, dude. So it's fun, man. It's like going live and hanging out with your buddy and just talking, you know.
And it's like, and it
Other
doesn't have to
people
be
make me
driven
fly on the
off
wall.
of a razzle, drawing, or there's no purpose to it, about that. It's not like obligated. Now I got to go live and do this or sell something. Dude, we just go on and just fucking talk some shit and whatever
Yep,
the fuck we
absolutely.
want. So, but yeah, dude, if you'd love to be back on again, brother, I think we should do this. The next fucking, hell, we'll just see. I know I'm trying to get Evil Nate back on here. He's a pro wrestler. He's the son of Leatherface, and he's got a hell of a schedule. He's always traveling all these cons and all this stuff. So I'm trying to pin him down, but we'll do this again, brother, if you're down. So
Hell yeah, man. Anytime.
fuck yeah.
I'm here. We'll do our thing.
All right, brother. Well, thanks again for being on. I'm going to plug a few more things, and then I'm going to get my ass upstairs and, let the wife know she still at least has a fucking husband here. The second I finally get a little time when the kids are asleep, I come down here and do this, and she's cool with it, so bless her fucking heart. But
Hell yeah. I got a fuckload of shout outs I need to do. Man, I've gotten so many tasty fucking drops this week, and I haven't had time, or I've been distracted with family stuff and all that shit that I got it, man. I got a shout out list that's legendary.
Hell yeah. Dude, any fucking time you want to plug anybody on the show here too. Otherwise, we're always at the fucking at the home base is the Grindhouse. If you guys aren't a part of the group, man, join us there. It's fucking, my opinion, the best horror community page around. There's a bunch of other good ones, Offbeat and Slashers and True North, and there's a lot of good ones. But that's our home base, man. You guys want to kick it with us there? Show some pictures of your collection, some fucking good community. You can buy, sell, trade there. It's a good fucking home base, man.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. Guys, come and hang out. I think most everybody that's here is already in the group, but fuck, dude, invite a friend.
Yep.
Invite your baby mama. Yeah, bring them in.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, brother. Well, Circle Jerk Gang Royalty, Shango again. Great fucking podcast, man. Thanks for fucking hanging with us, and we'll talk to you later, my friend.
Absolutely, man. Take it easy, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. So again, motherfuckers, let's end with this here. We got the skateboards still on pre-order right now. So these are fully licensed TCM 50th year anniversaries. I've teamed up with Madrid Skateboards. Hit me up if you want to pre-order any of these skateboards. This chainsaw board's amazing, limited to 500. There's some other ones. These 3D ones are beautiful. They're fucking amazing. So even if you're not a skater like myself, you want to add to your collection, hit me up. Pre-orders are live from now until May 15th, and then they're getting released August 17th. So hit me up here on the Space Corps Podcast YouTube page or on the Facebook, TCM Museum page, whatever. You know how to get a hold of me there. If you want, show some support for the show. Get some merch, man. I got TCM, Stoney's TCM stuff. I got Space Corps Podcast merch. Hit it up. Anything that I do sell, I put that money right back into the show. Get a little bit better cameras, all that. Try to beef this bitch up a little bit. If you can make some trips, dude, fucking Chicago's where it's at with the Midwest Gore Fest here in June. A bunch of fucking reunion from the originals, plus Bobby Elmore from 2. We got Bernarski coming out, some other really more rare TCM people. It's going to be a good fucking time. I'm going to be there. You come fucking kick it with me. Let me know if you're going to be there, dude, for sure. And then also to Minneapolis Crypticon. We got Bob Elmore coming with Carolyn Williams for a TCM2 reunion. In photo, in whatever the fuck you want to say, in costume, photo ops, and all that type of shit. It's going to be fucking sick, man. So a lot of good things coming up this year, especially with it being the 50th year anniversary of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, man. We got a lot of good shit going on. So kick it with your boy. Again, this is Space Corps Podcast, doing this every fucking Saturday night, live on the Facebook pages. If you can't make it, you can't, hang out. I do upload this to the YouTube page. You see the link right below my fat fucking ass here. Space Corps Podcast on YouTube. You know the fucking drill. So everybody, have a good rest of your fucking weekend. Thanks for hanging out. And that's about it, baby. Peace.